Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and it's map time. We know we love map time over here. We're going to look at the story of Brian Laundrie and his parents going camping. Okay then, let's get started. I'm sure you've all seen the news where the neighbors of the Laundries said that they spotted them after Brian came home. So firstly, they knew Brian was there. They saw him with their own eyes, according to their statements. And not only did he go on a bike ride with his mommy, Melon Boy and his mama went on a bike ride. Okay, after he came home by himself with Gabby Petito's van. Let that sink in. Then he also mowed the lawn like a good son, you know. But not just that. I hear the news is saying they got a new camper. So I don't know when they bought that camper. But they packed their camper van and the three of them headed out for a camping trip for the weekend. So for around 3 days. 1 week or so, according to the neighbors, after Brian got home. So I look here because my calendar's up there. So 1 week or so after, if he got home on around Wednesday, September 1st, we know that, right? From at like 10:30 in the morning. A week later would be the weekend of Friday, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. And on September 11th, Gabby Petito was officially reported missing. Weird timing that's the time that they're like, you know what we should do? Should pack a camper and go camping. So what I have on the map here for you, in case you're wondering, what on earth am I showing? Remember, 4343 Wabasa Avenue. That's where the Laundries live. I'm sorry, dirty Laundries. For everyone saying that we can't say this about the parents or about Brian. Like, the behavior is so shady that at this point, I don't even feel guilty saying dirty Laundries. I don't feel guilty. So 4343 Wabasa Avenue is where they live. And why do I have Lakewood Ranch on there? Because that's where the sister lives. Cassie lives there. Remember when she said, yeah, I haven't even seen my brother since he came home. Like, she just really wants to see him. Really? Haven't you? I don't know. I really feel like they should interrogate her a lot more because she seems, I don't know how to word this correctly. Let's say it like this. She seems a lot more vulnerable to crack under the pressure if they were going to interrogate her about her brother. I do believe they have searched her home. Let me check on that. But that is where her home is. Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch. You see that? I mean, here's Venice. Wait. Where's new stickers from? Venice, Florida. New sticker on the van. And there is Lakewood Ranch. Now, just for interest's sake, I want to type in Tillman's Corner. If we look at that, wow, isn't that amazing that he was possibly spotted at Tillman's Corner, also in a northward direction. So I would say first stop in the camper van, sister's home. I want to know, I wish the neighbors could tell us, just prove to us that the parents arrived home alone without Brian. Because my speculation would be they packed the camper van, they realized, oh my word, she's going to be reported missing any minute now. I mean, for their son to return home without Gabby, there is one possibility, a tiny little possibility, that he came home and said, yeah, dropped her off, I don't know, at home somewhere, or who knows, you know, what he could have told them. I just don't really buy that theory. I'm just saying it because I know, so you're going to say that. But yeah, he could have just said that he dropped her somewhere. Maybe, but by that weekend of September 10th, 11th, 12th, I think they realized something is up. Let's pack the camper van and head up north, shall we? Huh? So if they headed up there, the first stop would, of course, be Lakewood Ranch, exactly where Cassie lives. Okay? So, and then he would just continue north, wouldn't he now? And maybe we got to check her house. What cars does she have? Is there a missing car? Huh? Are all her cars still there? Because maybe they drove him up there to the sister's house and he stayed there for a day or two. And that was only just when Gabby Petito was reported missing. So there's a lot of time here. So I think they went there, and which kind of proves this whole, the Mustang going in and out, all that is just, I believe, fabricated. So they go to the sister's house, and then after that, what if there's another car there for him, which I wouldn't doubt that there would be, and then he starts driving elsewhere. We don't know where he is right now. I'm just starting to suspect that he's really not in that reserve. However, with the dive team that went in yesterday, why would a dive team go in and put their own lives at risk to dive into water full of alligators and snakes and just everything? Yes, you get water snakes. I'm from South Africa. I was attacked by one before. That's another story. I'm okay. But to dive into that water, risk their own lives for what? I believe, this is what I believe. Are we ready? Speculation station. Here we go. I believe that, let's say there's a backpack with possibly hard drive, phone, even a satellite phone or whatever, things that they needed to get rid of as a family, possibly, speculatively, is in this backpack, and that they drove the Mustang, they being the parents, drove it to Carlton Reserve and needed to get rid of that backpack. Put it in the water. They put it in the water. And I think that's what they tracked. Because as soon as the FBI raided the home for electronic devices, that's what the search warrant says. Whoa, I mean, they called off the search while raiding the home. Next day, they're in with dive teams. I don't think they're searching for Brian Laundrie's body, but that's just my thought. They could be. I mean, it could be there. It's just to send a dive team in. We know that if Brian Laundrie was in the water, the alligators would have eaten him by now, okay? They would be having a snack, a sour snack. And so I don't think they're looking for his body in there. I think that they're going to find something like a backpack with all kinds of electronics in there. Jodi Arias style in the washing machine. Remember the camera in the washing machine? Now, here's another thing one of my amazing subscribers pointed out. Remember when we looked at the van, we got the sandals, and we got like something in the background, a book, or some people have said wet wipes, some people have said a book and a flashlight. But one of my subscribers said, it looks like a book, and on top, the drone that the couple had. Now that makes sense to me. The drone. Now I'm getting goosebumps again. I wish you could see it on camera. I'm like, get goosebumps. Think about this. I know that there was a witness who saw Brian or someone who resembled him looking really creepy, scouting out the area where Gabby Petito's remains were eventually found. Now, some people have asked, what do you mean by creepy? If you got a woman, if you are a woman, you got that sixth sense. You can just sense, whoa, that's creepy, stay away. I think if you're a human being in general, you can. But I just feel like the woman who reported it, Jessica Schultz, I believe her name was, she's going to know when she sees something creepy. It just looks off. You know when something looks like freaking weird, like what is going on there, okay? So she said he was physically there scouting out the area and acting really weird. But how about this? With that drone, let's say it's a drone balanced on the book there and the sandals are there. What if between the 26th and the 28th, Brian Laundrie flew that drone over the creek and over the area, which would capture the footage on a hard drive, which is why the FBI swooped in, I'm just speculating big time, swooped in, got all the electronic devices. But imagine this, because if he is a killer's, and he might even be a serial killer, we don't know at this point, if all those murders are linked and all this kind of stuff. If he is, though, they like trophies, and they like to keep Polaroids, you know what I mean? I'm saying it like this because, okay, some people still keep Polaroids. And, I mean, he still had one. that Polaroid of the Gabby picture before after the trip. Remember that? As in like with Gabby, without Gabby. Did you see that? It's in the playlist. But imagine if he took drone footage scouting out that area before the time. And imagine if he took drone footage afterwards. Now, one might say he wouldn't take drone footage and then still scout it out himself. I think he would. Or he took drone footage to scout out where he could maybe lure her for a camping trip. I don't mean a camping trip. I mean, take the tent off the roof of the van. I believe the tent was in the bag. I don't know it. I just think it. What else would be in that black bag on top of the van? Tell me your thoughts. I think it's the tent. Also, where is the tent? Have they found the tent? I want to know. Because that black bag is no longer on top of the van. In the pictures from the dash cam footage, it's no longer on the van when he arrives home. Where's the black bag and where's the tent? Because that's interesting to me too. But let's say he scouted out the area and then he showed her the footage and says, we should go camp right there. It's just across the creek. It's just across the creek. And then they go pitch a tent there. They have a romantic night there, even though they've been fighting all day on the 27th. And that's where it happens. It also makes sense that he would possibly, speculating, okay, strangle her in a tent. Not in full view of everything or in the friggin' moonlight, in the tent. And then what? Pack up his tent and leave, I guess? I don't know where the tent is. That's the problem. I don't know where the tent is. That's what I want to know. We don't know that. We don't know. The drone footage apparently said, according to the drone footage of the police and the helicopter footage, that her body wasn't buried. That's what we allegedly know so far. I'll keep watching out for that to see how was Gabby Petito actually found. But can you imagine if she was found in a tent? Did anyone think of that? Okay, so what if they searched the home for electronic devices and all that kind of stuff and saw the drone footage? And maybe all of that. In any case, lots of electronic devices were put in a backpack and chucked in the freaking water where the divers are trying to retrieve that. And I hope they do. And I hope they can recover some evidence. Anyway, I've got to calm down. I'm getting all like, whew. Okay. So the fact that he was possibly spotted in Tillman's Corner. I mean, there's a lot of sightings right now going around of a possible Brian all over the place. And that would happen. It always happens in cases like this. If there is a manhunt for someone, there's a lot of lookalikes, in the world. He doesn't have the most unique look. So, understandably. But, yeah, whether it's him on the deer cam, we don't know. I looked at that footage and I'm like, I guess, though, if you could superimpose anyone's face on there, maybe you'd be like, it looks like them. Initially, it didn't look like him to me. But you just never know. It actually could be. When I re-looked at it with that amazing footage that a subscriber made, it really looked like him to me. Okay, so hold on. Let me take this off for a second, and then I will play you the video of the neighbors just in case you haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure you have, right? I'm going to put this off for a second. They say, I just want to see this, Cassie Laundrie. Here we go. They say, Cassie Laundrie, Brian Laundrie's sister, has been the only member of the Laundrie family to speak to investigators and the media about Gabby Petito's mysterious disappearance and death. Yeah, because she's sweet in a way, right? I think. She doesn't seem quite as, I don't know what to call the rest. Her laundry not quite as dirty, but we don't know that yet. But weird that the family's like, you talk to them, right? So she spoke to the media. Cassie Laundrie issued a statement on behalf of herself and her husband, while her own brother and Petito's fiancé, Brian Laundrie, remains uninvolved with the police investigation. She also shared photos of Gabby Petito's postcards and letters to her children to express her sorrow. Right now, my husband and I would like to send our condolences and prayers to the Petito family. Like, yes, there's some proper conduct. Gabby was a positive and loving influence on the boys, as she called them. In her statement, Laundrie said, "We will cherish all of the time we spent with her. Cassie Laundrie's home in Lakewood Ranch was searched by possible law enforcement personnel shortly after Brian Laundrie's parents' home in Northport, Florida was believed to be searched, and amid speculations and conspiracies of aiding her brother's escape. See? They possibly, allegedly searched her home as well. So now there's a bit of a trail going on. Gabby Petito's last text and postcard sent to Brian Laundrie's sister revealed, right? So they say, on September 19th, police in Wyoming discovered the remains of a body they believe to be that of 22-year-old Gabby Petito, now confirmed. All right, the autopsy results are still pending. Of course, it'll take time. I'll keep you guys updated if there's anything. Brian Laundrie, her fiance, has been missing since September 12th, according to reports. Well, that's earlier. Since September 12th. I just looked again just to check. Since September 12th, according to reports. I thought it was since September 14th. Oh, 12th, right after the camping trip. Amazing, isn't it? That they go camping on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. And he's like nowhere to be seen since the 12th. Amazing, right? And man, shame on those damn parents for assisting him with this, honestly. Investigators are looking for him in a 24,000-acre wildlife reserve near Sarasota, but no trace of him has been found so far. In the meantime, Cassie Laundrie reminisced with Gabby Petito about happy memories as she shared handwritten postcards addressed to Cassie's children. Petito, who addressed herself as Aunt Gabby, included heartwarming details from her cross-country trip with Brian Laundrie in her letters. She told Cassie's sons about the fattest squirrel they'd ever seen and asked them to FaceTime her whenever the postcards arrived. Cassie also posted a screenshot of her most recent text conversation with Gabby Petito, in which the latter said, "We're in the Arches right now, so we don't have the best Wi-Fi, but we did send you some mail." "Hey," Cassie explained in response. "Hopefully these photos will be available then. They, her sons, had a wonderful day and enjoyed school. I can't wait to return tomorrow. Boys who are happy. I don't check the mail every day, but I'll get it after the kids get off the bus tomorrow morning." Wow. So Cassie has been cooperating with the investigation since the beginning. However, because Brian Laundrie is a person of interest, when will he be called a suspect? Okay, person of interest in the case, maybe with autopsy results, huh? Got to find some fingerprints or evidence or something. And the Laundrie family has so far refused to cooperate with the police. Social media users agree that Cassie Laundrie should not be given a pass. Cassie, Brian's sister, described the body cam vid as typical of their arguments. Said, "It's what couples do." Yeah, no. Shame, Cassie. It's not. Couples can have fights. But when she's like, "It's what couples do," this looked very. It's what toxic couples do. There's a missing word there. Okay, I'm not going to read that one. Hold on, 1 second. They've got a hashtag Cassie Laundrie's thirsty. Oh my word. Okay, so they say if you have a breaking news tip or an interesting story for this news, there's also a number there. Remember, if you know anything, to submit information to the FBI, any footage you have, any witness reports, remember to submit it. I submitted the Spotify thing to the FBI yesterday, and yesterday afternoon I was cited on WFLA, so shout out to them. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the way that I'm covering this case. I honestly can't help it. I'm not even looking at the numbers or anything about my channel. I'm just focused on this case, and I'm going to keep carving it up. If you don't know what carve it up is, go look at some previous videos. You'll figure it out. I'm going to keep carving it up and producing content for you guys, no matter what. I'm on the case. This is how I do true crime. It's how I've always done true crime. If you want to check out the deep dives I've done before, go check out my books, grizzly-books.com, okay? I'll put this here for you so you can see it for a second. So we've got grizzly_books on Instagram. Guys, I know that I'm very overwhelmed with comments. I can't even read them all. There's so many right now. I scroll for 4 hours and I can't get through one video's comments. It's just too much right now, okay? But then I gather that you guys are finding me on email and on Instagram. And then that's also flooded now. So I'm trying to read everything, but I can't get to everything. But I'm trying, okay? Grizzly-books.com is my website where my books are ebooks, paperbacks, and audiobooks, as well as my merch line. And buymeacoffee.com/Gisela K. So that is this story for now. I just want to quickly say thank you to some people for 1 second, please. Thank you so much to everyone who has bought me a coffee. Coffee is my love language. Yes, it is. Coffee is my love language. So thank you so much, Allison. Thank you all you guys for your wonderful messages as well. I'll leave this on the screen while I'm saying thank you if you guys want to read those. Thank you so much to Eric Blanton, to Jason A. Zagire. I hope I'm saying it right. Izagire. Someone bought you a coffee. Thank you, someone. Millicent Greason, thank you so much. Marielle Marcus Medina. Thank you for the nice compliment. You said you look beautiful in every video and always have great insight. Thank you so much. At La Painter Girl, James Harrington, Stephen Bogart, and Sarah Smith. Thank you so much for the coffee. I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, if you want to get this merch, I know you guys have noticed that I say hectic. This is hectic. And I say, oh my word, a lot. So there's the merch that you guys requested. Hectic and oh my word. I have a lot of merch for you guys to choose from, and there will be more coming. It's a little bit too soon to make Melon Boy merch, so I'm not going to do that right now. We're busy with a very sensitive case, but eventually I'm sure we'll have a Melon Boy one. 10,000 Pictures doesn't ring a bell. That's a Stephanie Lazarus reference. Carve It Up is a Chris Watts reference from the sand dunes when his mistress was doing anything but carving it up. And on the right-hand side, we've got the Watts case number with the blue glove, which is very mysterious. And on the back, it also says, Carve It Up, Grizzly Books, True Crime. I also want to show you this incredible picture that Panapuma made. It's an Instagram account, right? And one of my subscribers. Panna, thank you so much for showing me this. I think it's really amazing. If you guys can head over to Panna's Instagram account and show this picture some love, I really think it's very beautiful. Panna said she was very emotional drawing this, which I completely understand because I also create art. I use watercolors. And I know it can be so emotional if you are drawing something as a tribute. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It is much appreciated, and I'm sure everyone love seeing it. Hashtag justice for Gabby. Remember to keep using that as well. So there's that. Now I gotta split these videos up. Today I will be reporting on, since I reported the Spotify account to the FBI, there's been even more changes. So I will go through that with you guys. I'm going to go through the Instagram, the Spotify, the Pinterest. We're going to analyze all of that. What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this. Let me not lose my train of thought. I want to show you this quickly. Just got to make it fit right. Can you guys see it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this. Oh. For everyone asking, what on earth software am I using? I use OBS, Open Broadcast Software. That's how I make all my videos. I really enjoy OBS. I like to be efficient because I like to get the information out there. So I'm not sitting here like filming a video and editing a video. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just here showing you guys information. OBS is a great tool, as is StreamYard. It's also actually a really great tool, especially if you got guests. So let's have a look at this quickly. Listen to this.
It's wet.
Neighbors of the Laundrie said today that the family appeared to go on a camping trip in a new camper about a week after Brian got back to Florida in Gabby's van on September 1st. They now know that Gabby would soon be reported as missing and that Brian would be considered a person of interest.
Did you think there was anything unusual about that?
Sorry, I need to make it bigger for you.
Well, to me,
After we knew they were missing, yeah.
As neighbors deal with the constant media presence, other
Look at that. It's like folding chairs, and there's something pink on top. Got some stuff they're carrying back into the house. I wonder why they took that in the first place. Probably for DNA evidence and all that. Possibly even for Gabby's DNA at that point. Wow. And yes, I also got to discuss the Dr. Phil interview that Gabby Petito's dad did. That is an interesting one. Wow.
Northport residents, even those who did not know either family, are contributing flowers to a memorial that is growing by the day at City Hall.
As a mother myself, I can't imagine.
It's very sickening. I want to say to the family, prayers go out to you guys.
Included in those prayers.
Right? Look at this one.
Yeah, I saw him. They went for a walk in the neighborhood. That was about all I saw.
Okay, so you saw him. Okay, September. I'm sure you don't remember the day, right?
I want to say it was Thursday or Friday before we knew Gabby was missing.
Okay, great.
Thursday or Friday before we knew Gabby was missing would be the 9th or 10th, and they went camping on the weekend, probably the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So yeah, the 9th or 10th, went on a little walk with his mama, went on a bike ride, mowed the lawn as if nothing had freaking happened, while Gabby Petito had died and was in Spread Creek where they were camping, and he's just like freaking mowing the lawn and going on bike rides and walks.
So what did you see?
They, as a family, the mom, dad, and him, came out to take a stroll in the neighborhood. That was really all.
You didn't think anything of it?
No, not at all.
Looked like a normal interaction.
Yeah, we'd seen them do that before, so it never seemed strange to us that they would go for a walk through the neighborhood. So.
And then Gabby, over the last 2 years, you used to see her all the time?
They actually hadn't been in the house for the last 2 years. Okay. The whole family, they didn't actually, there was somebody renting the house.
I read that, yeah.
And so, but once they moved in, we did see her occasionally.
Yeah.
Not very often. We saw Brian more so as they were working on the van, but we didn't see her terribly often, every now and then.
So you saw him working on the van. What was he doing?
Woodwork, putting up paneling or making a bench, it looked like, of some sort in the van. We didn't know that they were converting the van. We just knew that they were working on it.
Yeah.
So.
And when you saw him come back, your initial reaction was he's back from his trip?
Yeah, because at that point, I didn't know that she formally lived here. I thought maybe she was visiting. So, because we just, they hadn't been here very long, so I didn't know if she was just a girlfriend visiting and that sort of thing.
What's your reaction to all this now? How are you? You guys have been the front row seat to this thing. How are you feeling?
It's very surreal. Very surreal in the sense that you just never expect to see or know somebody in your neighborhood that was either with somebody and had something terrible happen, or could have been, much less, actually the perpetrator of something terrible happening to somebody.
And the Laundries, how well do you know them, the parents?
Not very well, just to say hi on the street and that sort of deal. So that was usually about the extent of it.
Do you feel, look, you're a taxpayer of Florida, you're a taxpayer of the United States. There's a lot going on right now looking for him. Do you kind of wish that the parents were talking a little bit more, or not? Do you think?
If they have knowledge, yes, I would love to say, please share more information. If they don't have knowledge, then there's only so much they can do I think it's yes, it's crazy that they're going through this just for one person, but I really hope it's a fruitful search. That, if nothing else, at least it provides answers to what the heck.
I think it's crazy that they're going through all this for just one person. I don't like that statement. I know that there's a lot of missing people in the world, a lot of murdered and missing people in the world. And yes, we care about all of them, of every race, of every gender, everyone. Why is this case so viral? Because it's absolutely bizarre to think of everything that happened, all the interaction with the body cam footage, with the police officers, right? There's all of that. And then Brian is allegedly flying home for 6 days and coming back, to clean out storage, coming back. And then they're heading north, and then she's missing, and then her remains are found. And then it's homicide. It's like a freaking movie, which I wish it wasn't, but it's absolutely bizarre. The story, there's so many moving parts. There's so much stuff going on. There's so much involvement. You know, so many shady things going on. So much dirty laundry that we still need to air out. So I think that's why. But of course, we care about every single missing person, every single murdered person, every victim, every family who's lost someone to a terrible crime like this. We care about everyone. I care about everyone, all you guys. Why is this one just one person? Why is this such a manhunt and such a search? Because it's absolutely bizarre, and it's a lot of question marks, and we're all trying to piece it together because now it's like a puzzle to solve. It makes no sense. Even the whole hitchhiking thing in the back and the timeline, even though we're narrowing that down very well. I will do a video of the timeline. Okay, I'm busy drawing that up. It just takes a lot of work to actually make all the slides and draw it up, but I'm working on it. We're going to discuss the timeline. Wow, so that's what I wanted to show you today. By the way, the parents, before I found out, you know, the whole juicing company thing was from 2017. Interesting here that the neighbor says that they were not really there for 2 years while they were renting out the house, which is why I guess the house with Brian Laundrie's bedrooms pictures are online, because that's interesting. Bought the house. They weren't living at the house. They were renting the house. Right? So, and then, I don't know. That's all interesting. But they own a lot of properties. That's what I've gathered. They've bought and sold a lot of properties. They're into the real estate thing, which makes me think, well, if they're into the real estate thing and there's maybe empty houses that they've bought and not yet sold, that, you know, they would own. They would have to search all the properties that they own, and we don't know if they own properties elsewhere in the world. And if they do, this is what I'm saying. They need to search every single property that they own. Because Brian could just be there freaking carving it up on the Wi-Fi, having a good time with a fully stocked fridge, maybe in a home that's sitting empty, that hasn't been sold yet, that the family owns. Like, really, you got to follow the money. Got to follow the money. We got to follow who bought him the plane tickets. So, I mean, we can assume who bought him the plane tickets. Why did he have money on him when he's like offering $200 when he's hitchhiking just for a short ride? Huh? You know? Also, what properties do they own? When did they buy the camper? We gotta follow the money trail. Now, we don't have access to stuff like that as the public, but I'm pretty sure the FBI is on it, right? If not, yo, FBI, follow the money trail. But no, I'm sure they're very, very much on it. I'm sure there's actually a lot that we don't know. This is what we publicly know, and we're all putting it together. But who knows what's really going on behind the scenes. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back. I'll be back all day. I'll be making videos all day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Stay safe.